we're live.
Hello, and welcome to the second session of Emerald City Nights. For Rook and Rasp, I am your GM, Asu Shunamir. Um, for those who are coming back in, just a little recap. Our players uh, had just gotten their very dicey uh, mission to just take a simple package, from the bottom of the city to the top. It's simple, it's easy. Just before a van full of very armed, very unhappy people dropped right on top of one of their motorbikes. Um, and speaking of our players, Miss Jackie.
Hi, I am Corey. I play Jackie Lee. She is a walking ball of chaos and adult appeal. uh, Other places you can find me on Midnight Alley, where I play a cinnamon roll of a half-orc paladin, and that is Mondays at 8 p.m. on YouTube.
All right.
No, I'm gonna.
Wraith.
Hi, everyone. You know me. I'm John, and I'm part of the leadership here at Rook and Rasp. I'm really thrilled to have the opportunity to play Shadowrun, and I am playing Wraith, our elf sniper, and I guess at this point also explosives expert. I don't know.
Better you than me.
Tankard.
I'm Greg the Rose. I'm playing our Dwarven Rigger. I'm and drone expert. I am currently driving a van, avoiding the exploding falling van.
And last but certainly not least, Fairbank.
Hey y'all, my name is Stevie. I use he, him, himself pronouns, and I play Fairbank, the dwarven carny turned Shadowrunner and resident mage, who's here for a good time and hopefully a long time.
We will see. And now coming back to it, we had all just rolled initiative, and here we are, starting with a very serious-looking man who, probably from the angle that you're at, you wouldn't be able to see him pull himself out of the twisted, burning wreckage of the back of the van, and then shove past his friend in the passenger seat, stepping out with his rifle ready. Of course. Right when I had all of the sheets ready, that is when
Roll
it
20 decided.
Yes, it decided to refresh, and
Oh no!
luckily it just takes 5 seconds. So, well, I say rifle. So our friend there is very mad at Wraith and is going to immediately shoot at Wraith.
All right. Really quick, I do have my Chameleon Suit going, and I was sneaking. Will they still be able to find me with that and everything?
That is a good point. Will you remind me what exactly the Chameleon Suit does?
All right, so it grants bonuses for sneaking, but at the same time, I do have this set up for, let's see, thermal dampening as well, so it also helps me out with thermal graphics and everything else. 1 second. Sorry. So, yeah, I get a +2 with my sneaking rolls. It's supposed to do, like, some... I think the write-up on it says that's kind of like the whole Predator suit thing, that it, bends light around me and whatnot, that kind of thing. But it's not. It's
Okay.
not like it's as good as that. It's not like I'm invisible, but
Right, and that was the big thing. I was pretty sure that's what that did, but I just wanted to double check. So if you could please give me your sneaking,
all right. one moment.
because apparently we had not rolled that.
Well, I don't know if we really expected people to suddenly be there. It's like, oh, well, I guess he can survive, or they survived to look for me.
That's fair enough. And this will even determine if they think it was you or if they thought it was Jackie who just blew open the back of their van.
Oops.
Hey, if they think it's Jackie, all the better.
All right. I have every confidence. Because it's nearly impossible for them to beat that. So we will throw a little...
And I'll go ahead and try and transition us here a second so that our audience can also see what's going on.
That is a great point. Why is your intuition 0? Yes, from an old session. Let's see. What would that have? That would have been more successes, but not enough. So, as this guy is clamoring out, shoving the door open, his automatic pistol in hand, as he steps out, he sees you, Jackie, locks eyes, and
I wink and blow him a kiss. Just like, come get me. This is not going to end well for her, probably, but hey, that's the kind of character she is.
the scorched singes of his armor jacket suggest that probably not going to be the best. So he is going to use a complex action for burst fire. So that is -6. His recoil compensation is not anything. Hilarious. Strength 3, 4. That is a -2. Click. Quick maths.
All right.
Hilarious. So you can actually click on your token and then in the Roll20 chat, hit that dodge button and it will automatically roll your dice. And if you don't dodge, it will tell you what damage you would be taking.
0 net hits. So she dodged.
Hilarious. Yes. So as he fires out 1, 2, 3, they're just wide, hitting one of the cars near you, hitting the road next to you. It's all over the place. Next, his friend will also come out on that same side, but a little farther this way. And do you have a rifle? It's so hard to find tokens that adequately show what someone does and does not have.
Yeah. There we go.
Just like this guy doesn't. So this guy is actually, because he sees that his buddy is already shooting at you, and he's like, well, that's gotta be the lady. So he is going to do a fully automatic long burst of 10 shots. So that's 3. 6. So that is minus 5.
One success as well.
You know what? He is actually, because even these no-name goons do have their own edge, so he is going to re-roll that.
Ah, nice. And maybe possibly get no successes. That would be even better.
Now, when you roll after a roll, you take that. So he had 5 dice to roll. So we set that one success to the side, roll the remaining 4, and any additional successes gets added to that.
Okay.
Uh,
So
so it can, the number of successes can only go up. Hilarious.
Oh, okay.
So
I
that
see.
is 4 successes. So this time you would have to actually go onto your character sheet to roll the dodge.
Yes. All right. And then there's armor. Where the heck is my dodge? Be nice if dodge was on a.
It should be on your main tab. Underneath damage tracks is defense.
Okay.
That is that first
Dodge. Okay, there it is. No situational modifiers. I take 1 net hit.
one. Okay. So
I
actually,
get 3 successes.
Okay. And actually, I forgot to tell you, when taking these different, specifically, so you'll notice in that complex regular rounds 10, because that was 10 rounds fired, you would have taken a -9 to your dodge.
Oh, which, okay, would have negated my dodge roll entirely because I only have a 9 pool.
I see. You still would have gotten at least 1.
Okay.
You always get to roll at least 1 die if you are ever rolling.
Okay. So we can count that as 1 success, I guess.
Okay. Very sorry about that.
Hey, no problem.
All right. And so you would be with 1 success. So you would be soaking 10 damage.
Okay. So, and that is, I roll my soak for that, correct?
Yes. And because of the weapon, no armor penetration.
Okay. 12 successes.
So you soak more than all of the damage. So you definitely feel the rounds just peppering your chest, your arms, maybe even 1 or 2 in the neck, but they hit the toughest, hardest parts of your armor. You'll bruise in the morning, but
I mean,
nothing
she's
more
used to
than that.
bruises.
All right, and now it is our friend, the enemy mage, who will also step out. And he is actually... it's going to take a lot of mental deprogramming to not assume that all of my NPCs are men. Let's see. So this one is actually on his friend, going to cast armor
Okay.
at a force of 8. Nope. Oof, that is 2 stun damage to him. And that is going to be, I believe, 2 extra armor to... You can see as the mage comes out into the middle of the road, he begins waving his staff, speaking some kind of incantation, reading off of a small piece of electronic paper, and something about this one over here. He's bigger, bulkier. Something's different about him. And now we can either take it as it is, or Tankard and Wraith, you can figure out who goes first.
I'm driving around the corner, so my action's pretty simple. I would like to get to the parking spot so we can get the package loaded up and haul out.
Okay. So actually, because you are going as fast as you can, and taking that hard 90-degree turn, could you please give me a driving test?
I can. That is pilot ground. Do I add my handling of the vehicle into that?
I believe you would.
I have actual. I get a +2 to the dice pool because I'll have to look that up. Sorry. So handling is 3. So let's roll my ground crash. Bam. Page. Sorry, a lot of windows. Situation modifiers 3. Submit. And we got 5.
Awesome. So yes, you take that hard right turn. You've made a million of these, so you kind of reflexively lean into it as Fairbank. I imagine not ever having hit a 90-degree turn at 80 miles an hour. You might shoulder check the window a little bit, whether you want to or not.
Just like being on the tilt-a-whirl.
Yes. Okay, and then we will say you are. I will change your orientation here in a second.
All good.
You did not. You did not that level of Tokyo drift your van. This is not an ice level. All right. With that, just to be sure, is there anything else you would like to do before we move on to Wraith Tankard?
I'm focused on driving. That's what I'm looking to do.
Okay. Then, Wraith, it is your turn.
All right, time to hurt some things.
Go for it.
First and foremost, so it looks like they are unaware of me, correct?
Yes, especially because that first guy that came out looked like he was looking for someone, passed right over you, lasered into Jackie.
How far away, or first, how tall is the building next to me?
The building next to you would be about 20 meters.
I'm trying to decide in my mind, do I... Okay. Is everything on the fire still near the van?
Yes, the entire back half of the van, or at this point, the entire back quarter of the van is still actively flames going up.
All right. I think I will use my... I think it... I need to get a better advantage, especially if I'm going to start taking these guys out. I have a grapple gun that is a part of my sniper rifle. It's on the underbarrel of it. So I will shoot that and go up the side of the building.
Okay.
Nice.
It's 100 meters of the wire, but it's up to you how fast that runs. It doesn't exactly say how fast all this works to get me up there.
Definitely just getting the grapple hook up there, I think would be a simple action, just like any other firing a weapon action. Getting up there, I believe, depends on a climbing skill.
Okay.
Let me see. So since there is not a climbing skill, I will consider gymnastics. So how I'll ask for a gymnastics right now, and however much that is, however many hits that is, will determine how far up you go. While I double check, because this is literally the first time I've ever encountered this exact thing.
I want to ask, and forgive me. Forgive me.
Yeah.
Does my parkour bonus apply in this situation?
Absolutely, because while it's a mostly sheer surface, there are things like little metal awnings where the corporate cameras are, and little bits of like the lights that they have to have so that incoming aircraft don't like hit the building.
Nice.
All right. So I rolled my gymnastics with my parkour bonus, and I got 4 successes.
Okay, so let me pick a thing. Let's see. Here we go. Climbing. Determines how far you can move laterally.
I also have.
As noted on the climbing table. Here we go. Let's see. So since this is assisted climbing, technically, because of the grappling hook, that is 1 meter per hit.
Okay, it's not bad, not bad. So that means I'm 4 meters up off the ground now. Correct? For every.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's not so bad. I'll get there eventually. I'll probably be on the radio telling the rest of the team, fall back, find defensive positions, load up the stuff. I'll start picking them off.
I would say as well, if you have a way to secure yourself, you could secure yourself and go back to sniping.
I do. I also have gecko gloves, so that's going to be fun too.
Nice. Gecko gloves,
Nice.
always a runner's best friend.
Not my first rodeo, peeps.
Yes. Okay, is that the end of your turn? Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's going to be it for me. I mean, technically, going, shooting the grappling hook and going up the side. That's it.
Okay. Jackie, it is your turn.
Oh, does she want to play or does she want to play? Because she is still technically on her bike. Oh, but that is limited. Okay. I see where it ends. Yeah, I'm gonna go play with the boys. And others. I'm assuming they're all boys.
For right now. Not always, but for right now, yes.
For right now, they're all boys. Because that mage is going to be trouble, otherwise.
Rule number 1, always geek the mage first.
Yeah, she's going after the mage. Can she get there in time, though?
Let's see. Are you like actively driving your bike into them?
Yes. Sword
Okay.
out, aiming, kind of like... kind of the pose she's playing right now in her model.
Okay, so to be sure, is it drive past, sword down like that, or is it drive up, stop, get off?
It's drive-by knifing. Using the
Okay.
momentum of the thing to add a little extra oomph, if mechanically possible.
I believe, definitely. Even if Raw doesn't say anything, I say yes, because that sounds dope.
Alright.
For this, I will ask a driving, a pilot groundcraft.
Groundcraft. Any modifiers?
No.
That is a full 6 successes.
Nice. Okay, you all have had the best, like, groundcraft is usually the thing that determines whether a run becomes easy or everyone dies in, like, the next couple rounds. So I'm very happy for all of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, then give me, now do your melee attack as normal. Let me double check, because I know for ranged combat there are modifiers for this such occasion. But I just want to double check if
You want
they're...
to go ahead and... I'm just going to roll the attack and then we'll figure
Yes.
out any additional pluses or minuses. 5 successes,
Okay.
which
5
is my full accuracy, so hey.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so as I as I suspected, there are not any particular specifics for this. So for this, I will consider you as running. So, they would get a -2 to hit you, and technically you would have also gotten a -2, but we'll keep this roll as is because I do not have high hopes for these guys. And you said specifically you were targeting the mage.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Once again,
I mean, he made himself obvious. He was playing with his staff.
All right, you know, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Okay, here we go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so you do hit him with your
All right.
sword. And here we go. Ooh, so actually, that would have been within our... Oh, it already put the armor penetration in for me. No. I always think it does, and I've learned it does not. It will tell you the armor penetration. But, so I have... Okay, so actually, he would only keep one of those successes, so that is 8... 8 stun, because you did not get higher than his armor.
Okay.
So that... Oh no. Oh, that's 8 stun, huh?
Yeah, on top of the stun that he's already taken.
Okay, he is just barely still awake.
I am impressed.
So
He's
as
teething.
you come zipping by, you get a nice cut right into his side, and it kind of knocks him to the side, and he staggers a little bit. But as you turn to take another pass, I assume,
Yeah.
you see he's still up somehow. All right, Fairbank. Actually, I always do this. Was there anything else you wanted to do, Jack?
Not smack into the gate if possible, because I realize that that's pretty damn close to the mage.
Okay.
Did you just run over there?
I biked over there.
Biked over there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on my bike. I pulled. And Wade the wolf goes on my turn. So
Oh yes. So let's
So.
go.
again, mage. He jumps off as I drive by, following the sword.
Bonk. All right. And let me. Oof. Lick. Let's see. Okay, so will you please ping where exactly you want Wade to be?
Oh, did it? There. I don't know if that actually pinged for you or not.
It did.
Okay.
All right.
Bite and then get out of the way if possible.
Okay. Memorize.
That's what I ask. It's up to him if he doesn't.
Okay. He, at the moment, has no reason to say no.
Mhm.
So, we're going to roll that. And how did you do, Wade? Better than I expected. Wound penalty 6. Wade, why is that? Why are you saying that? Because I think you're wrong.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That is something that I found very weird about Roll20 recently. I have never, in all of my years of using Roll20, had this problem before. So,
I think it's something to do with the importation of the JSON files, honestly.
But that's the thing. I hand built this character sheet
Ooh,
of his.
that is weird.
Yes. So, okay. So he actually gets 2 more on top of that. So that is 4 successes.
All right.
Oh, I have not high hopes for this mage. Okay, so the mage is going to be resisting 9 points of damage with 1 armor penetration.
I mean, all I need is 1, right? All I need is 1 hit, or Wade needs is 1 hit.
Yes, and he got more than that. He got 4, so the mage is down. So that is. I was about to say the first enemy defeated of the run, but no, there's.
He's not out. He's just down for the count.
Yes, and in a little bit, he will be dead if nobody helps. Yeah, so this makes the 5th person this group has downed this run.
Hey.
Right. And now let's see how far can you. It's 4. And we'll go here before you are running. Okay. Now, Fairbank, it is your turn.
So, we were told which dock we need to go to, right?
Yes. Yes.
Fairbank is going to say to Tankard, which dock are we going to?
I would have known, but I did not write it down from last game.
Neither did I.
But of course, I, being the one who has all of the notes,
E?
I believe it was E.
Yes, yes, that sounds good.
Yes.
E is an echo. I'm in.
Yes.
E, awesome. Okay, so I'm going to... There's not too much I can do on this turn because I'm pretty much gonna
Back in
be
the van.
getting... Yeah, well, I'm getting ready to hop out of the van once we get to the loading dock to quickly go grab the stuff, so that way you can stay plugged in.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to just maybe ready my weapon, my crossbow, and look out the window to see if I see any other threats or anyone else coming our way.
Okay, and to be sure, you're using the ready weapon action and not delay action. Correct?
Yes. I mean, I could delay, but there's only one other person after me in the initiative, and this is my only run this combat.
Yes.
Yeah, I think ready weapon and then looking for threats.
Okay, because just as a reminder for everybody, in Shadowrun, when you delay your action, you actually, once you decide to go. So let's say if Fairbank wanted to wait until the last guy went, then when Fairbank goes, his initiative would be reduced from whatever it was to this guy's initiative. So it could be 10, as we see here, or it might have been 15, 25, and now it's 9.
Are we able to ready actions in in a similar way to like Dungeons and Dragons where like I can wait for a certain trigger? Can I like wait for something to happen?
Yes and no, you can, but all of what I just described still happens.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ready my weapon and hold on tight and clench my butt really tight. Just really hanging on to dear life over here.
That is very fair.
It's valid. It's a valid action.
Yes. All right, and then this guy, finally. So these two that have walked out of this van, other than this guy who's looked pretty haggard, and, you know, again, the coat tails kind of singed and burning, this one looked pretty better than you would expect for someone who just airdropped in a flaming van. in a half and or quarter flaming van. And even the mage looked pretty fine. This next one, however, this poor lady, as she steps out, like, she's very obviously wearing, like, dark blue pants that essentially from the ankle up are caked in char. Every inch of her from, like, waist up is also has a thick black film over it. And as she steps out, she sort of musses her hair, and this big plume of ashen dust puffs off of her head. But she looks extremely shaken. Extremely like this is some amount above her pay grade.
This is not what she signed up for.
But she is still getting paid for something.
Mm-hmm.
So she is going to shoot at Jackie.
All right. It looks like I have some partial cover. By the way, my light effect is looking in at the office. Like, I'm just barely covered.
So what's kind of interesting about that, and I found that this is actually the best way, mechanically, this is the best way that this is done. When you're in a situation like this where it looks like you would have cover, but it's not, like, absolute perfect, you need to take cover simple action.
Okay.
Because that gives you more of a, do I sacrifice this simple action rather than all I have to do is be behind a thing? Because, again, where partial cover, full cover, or any cover starts and stops was so fiddly that we were like, if you don't take the action, unless it's really extreme, you don't get it.
Okay. Which makes sense. I was just like, how is this going to work?
That is totally fair, and I am very glad that you brought it up, so thank you for that.
Yeah. No problem. I mean, and then all she has to do is, like, take a step to the side, and I am, like, fully visible.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got glowing neon tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
Because they are lit right now.
Yes. You are, what is it? Certain Amazon, Alexa, and Echo devices you can set to, like, guard mode, and they'll turn on Internet of Things type lights, and you're in work mode, so that means all the lights are on.
Exactly.
So she is with her Browning Ultra Power. I mean, nondescript pistol of some make. She is going
Wraith
to take
might know what it is. Jackie does not.
She is going to take a single shot at you, also using the take aim action.
Ooh.
So that is going to give her a +1 on her situational modifier. And technically, her accuracy would have gone up by 1, but not that good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can use the regular dodge button.
Okay. Oh. I don't have my token selected for whatever reason. There we go.
That definitely happens.
3 successes.
Nice. So as you're starting to round that corner, you're about to hit the fence, and not that it would hit you and you wouldn't know it, but you're starting to make that turn, and you hear another shot ring out. It hits you right in your thick shoulder pad. It bounces off completely, and you hear it sort of impact the glass of the security booth right next to you. Your shoulder doesn't even hurt at all. Okay. And now, so we hit the next pass button, and now anyone who is still on the turn order, you would get your next pass Now, to be clear, 3 seconds has not happened yet. All of this has happened in less than 3 seconds. Shadowrun is fast. This guy, he took 6. And so he is going to take the take aim action and first he's going to take the take aim action, and then he is going to step to the side to get a better look at you, because he's very mad that you heavily contributed to the knocking out of his good friend. They went to high school together. That's a lie. No one in this line of work goes to high school. And he is going to do...
Okay, not that anybody here knows that yet.
Well, it's a pretty safe bet. Anybody who's shooting at a Shadowrunner is probably in this line of work.
This is true.
Well, unless they're corporate security, and let's hope that's not what you're dealing with. So he is also going to take the take aim simple action and do a single shot at you. Most weapons can do single shots, but not all of them. Those that can't, I will let you know, and I can tell you none of you have a weapon like that. So that is +1. Bam. Okay. Nice. So yes, you can use the regular dodge button.
Still selected. Ugh.
Well, you know,
I can only get so lucky.
that's true.
Yeah.
Riding a bike full tilt can only give you so much help.
I was going to just interject really quick. Remember that our audience cannot see the hits as well for what we roll, so be sure to tell them. I mean, we just had...
Oh, yes.
Took 4 net hits.
Yes. Our big mean friend here just got 5 successes. Jackie rolled 1 success on her dodge, leaving 4 net hits. So Jackie, if you will roll your soak, please.
And I think the soak button should work. 5 successes. So
all right.
I
So
do
that
still
reduced your damage down from 10 physical to 5 stun damage. Once your stun is filled, you do fall unconscious, but you are not actively dying.
Yeah.
But whatever extra damage you take overflows into your physical, and once your physical is full, then you are actively dying.
Okay, now I just have to find, because I found it, so there it is.
Now, edge can affect damage, can it not?
In a sense, edge cannot affect raw damage. However, you can use your edge to gain more successes on your roll, whether to defend or attack. And so with edge, you can possibly get more hits, making your damage go up if you're the attacker, or use edge to roll a higher dodge, higher soak, or re-roll dodge or soak to either lessen or completely negate those hits.
Yeah, so Jackie, if you if it starts looking like you might go down, please use that table edge. We have 2 of them out there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I might, because if she takes any more hits, she's going to be needing it.
Yes.
So.
Fifth edition, at least, is a very dangerous game. So, absolutely never bat an eye at using your edge.
Yeah.
Especially because things like driving a motorcycle full tilt at a mage, sword out, is one of those sorts of things that I like to give people their edge back for.
Nice.
Alright. And actually, that is going to be this next guy's turn, and he is going to do a semi-automatic simple. So I believe that is one shot. So essentially just a single shot attack. Also with the take aim.
Okay. Ouch.
Again, full tilt towards them in a bike. Tends
Yeah.
to spook people. All right, so that is 3 successes from our man Goon 2.
Alright.
So you can use that dodge button.
4 successes. So.
Nice. Completely. After that first hit or second hit from the big guy, you're getting wise to the antics of all of these friends here.
As she's turning to avoid the gate, she's probably ducking behind the bike, using the bike to block most of it.
Oh yeah. Or possibly even turning and touching the ground as they do in those fancy motorsports.
She might have done a couple of motocross shoots. Who knows?
So yeah, that is a complete dodge. Nice. Tankard, we come back to you.
I'm gonna keep driving till I hit the right parking spot.
All right. So, boop. So, over here, you should. How do I want to do it? I'm gonna do a thing later. As you get up, you see that that all of the loading docks are suspiciously empty, especially for a warehouse this big. However, the roll-up doors to loading dock E are up.
Excellent.
Pardon?
Excellent.
Yes. And that is as far as you are able to get.
Okay.
All right, and now Wraith.
Okay. I'm in a very hard position where I'm like, okay, do I need to provide covering fire or do I need to take people down? And oh, well, you were about to say something?
I mean, covering is also, taking people down, at least to Jackie.
I agree,
Like-
and I think that my goal at this point is that, in the description, somebody was shaking out their hair, that they had ash in their hair, so that tells me that someone didn't wear a helmet. And so a cold shot on on that person's head with my sniper.
Okay. So for the head, that is specifically a -6 to the shot. Feel free.
I would like to burn my one of my edge.
Burn permanently or spend temporarily?
Spend, spend.
Okay. That's fair. It's one of those things that we say a lot,
the
but
wording.
yeah, very, very important. Because if you want to burn edge for 6 already have hits, I
Yes.
wouldn't recommend it.
So that changes my situational modifier by 1, right? But down 6, so it puts that in -5.
Let me think. Are you pre-edging the roll?
Yes.
Okay, then that would add the edge, your edge value, to the roll and to the limit, if I remember right. I was just reading this. It's always fun when you have small working memory.
I feel that.
Oh, thank you. We got another edge from Revna. So one more table edge. Thank you.
Thank you, Revna.
Thank you, Revna.
Here we are. This is okay.
Got another
So-
one there as well.
Nice.
Ooh.
So that brings us up to 4 table edge.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, when you are making this roll, I just remembered, all you have to do is at the top right of your character sheet, I'm pretty sure from the main tab, there is, right next to GM roll, a button that says edge. If you hit that button, any roll you do while that button is engaged will pre-edge your roll.
There we go. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what happens. But I still have the -5, correct?
Yes.
Tossing this to the table. Does anybody mind me burning any other edge?
Yeah, if you want to use one of the table edge, go for it.
I'll use one more of the table edge. I'll drop it to a -4.
Okay.
And here we go. Let's have some fun. Let's see what happens.
Woo!
Ouch! Ouch! Somebody save them.
Oh my goodness.
I turned ahead into
Sweet.
a canoe. I just rolled 9 successes with my sniper rifle.
I'm pretty sure you're going to turn their entire upper torso into a. Oh.
I feel so
Oh.
sorry. In my poor player, semi non-violent heart. This hurts.
Oh, jeez. Hilariously, there is actually a called shot, and I don't remember if you can take it with ranged weapons, but it is to actually, all it does is, again, it's a -6 because it's a called shot, but it just changes your damage from physical to stun, so you'll always do stun no matter what. But, maybe we're not giving Goon 1 enough credit. Maybe she's the best Goon 1 who's ever existed.
Who can take
Let's
21
see.
points of damage?
Or,
Or something else happens.
or... All right, let's... She has armor.
On her head, though?
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I
no,
cold shot her
because-
head for a reason.
Yes. So actually, that would have just been 4 dice. So I will roll that here.
And I have a -4 to her armor because of my sniper.
Oh, that is one thing. Since she doesn't have any armor, your armor penetration doesn't penetrate her body
truth.
anymore.
Yeah.
That was also something that we did. My old group did wrong for a long time until one of us was like, wait a minute, armor penetration doesn't say body penetration because I don't think you're allowed to say that. Not that that's ever stopped my players.
Not without consent, at least.
Yes, safe, sane, consensual,
Exactly.
always. So yes, that unbelievably kills her. Wowee, is she dead?
Poor Wade has now got just a little bit of gore and brain matter. That's gonna be hell to get out of his fur.
Yeah, as how does it look, Wraith?
Well, so I have gone up the side of this building. I brace myself up against the wall using my gecko gloves, kind of push myself into it with the grappling hook, putting it on a carabiner, aim straight at them, and I shoot. Of course, I have my my image link, so if anybody wants to see what my gun is doing within the team, all of you also get it on your bandwidth as my shot lines up and goes straight through this person. They are disintegrated from probably about the, right here on the chest and above.
All that exists of their from about the bottom of the ribs up is just a giant, just basically all of this over here is what's left. When you're good, you're good. And no one would hire you as a Shadowrunner. Good. All right. Nice. Jackie, you have just seen this display of fine red mist. What are you doing?
I'm going to engage the other one that this one. I might have stopped the bike to do so, but I'm going to do it. The one between the two and just to the side that are down, either dead or unconscious. So I think I can get there just on foot. Hold on.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. What exactly are you doing?
Oh, I'm hopping off the bike to get to goon number whatever, the one like a square away from Wade.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Got this guy. Okay.
So I'm going to grab my token at 7 meters. I think I can move 7 meters, just as a simple.
What's nice is until you are sprinting,
Mhm.
all movement is free action.
Okay. And so that is going to be attack.
Right?
No situation modifiers for 5 successes.
Nice.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez, that's pretty good.
Jackie's a bit of a beast.
Yes. Again, when you're good, you're good.
And she's pretty damn good.
All right. So here, that is 5 successes from Jackie. Goon 3 rolls. That is 2 successes for him. So that is
Nice.
3 net hits. He is looking at 10 damage, armor penetration of -3.
Mm-hmm.
So that is going to be rough for him. And -3. Here we go. Oh, that's right. The armor would have... Okay, so luckily for him, that is just 7 physical. Now, something that I have... It hasn't been important until right this second, is because you got over his physical limit, you actually knock him prone.
Okay, then.
He is still conscious, but essentially as you walk up and just bam, hit him with your sword, the force is so much that he just can't keep standing and is knocked right onto his back. Cool. Okay.
I don't
and
suppose I
he's
could
al-
just point my sword at his throat at this point and tell him to just give up. Or this, you get a tracheotomy. Your choice.
All right, that is a good point. So let's see, before we re-roll initiative, let's see if this guy is smart or not. He is not. As you say that to him, he looks back up at you and says with without a hint of false bravado, if that's the worst you think you can do to me, you're just not
honey.
that scary.
Oh, honey, I don't desire to be scary.
Oh, actually, what does Wade do before we reroll initiative?
Since Jackie has Goon 3, the one with the red shoes, he's probably gonna, clamp onto, or at least try to take down this
Alright.
one. There.
Yes. Okay.
Just occupy that one for the time being.
Gotcha. So, Wade do a bite. And actually, because he's running, that's 2. Alright, so that is 2 successes on Wade, biting Goon 2. Goon 2 with the dodge. Yeah. Alright, now that his brain is engaged, he hears the dog running up, sees Wade jump up, teeth gnashing at his arm, and he just stumbles back just in time before Wade is able to latch on. And now I would like everyone to re-roll initiative.
There.
Please make sure to click your token to make sure that it rolls correctly. All of them. Right.
Even with a wound penalty, the goon got a 17.
That is... I am impressed, actually.
Yeah.
These guys are actually good. Everything all right, Wraith?
Yeah, it should gone through now. Did it show up?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Holy shit!
What happened? What?
31!
That is a 31 initiative for Wraith.
What the heck?
You have the high ground.
Exactly.
5.
How?
Does it sound like you should be rolling 5?
It
Oh,
did the
'cause you
edge
still had your
reroll.
edge
Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, yes.
So
please reroll
technically-
that.
I like the 31.
I like that.
I'd give it to you. I mean,
Okay, that's a little more
That's
reasonable,
reasonable.
yes.
15's reasonable.
Yes, the system thought that Wraith was rolling their initiative with edge, which 31 is what they would have gotten with 5 initiative dice, which is considerably more than almost anyone could reasonably have without magic or drugs involved. Or both. I don't recommend ever doing both, but never do both.
Magic
see-
plus drugs in this game is very interesting.
Yes.
It gets weird fast.
That's Shadowrun.
Yeah.
So, Goon 3 is actually going to use half of their movement to stand up.
Okay.
And so he is going to sling his automatic weapon and use his simple action to ready his stun baton. And actually, he is going to take a -10 to his initiative right now
Okay.
for full defense. So now he gets to add his wisdom to his defense tests for all attacks for the combat turn.
And I think John took note of it, but we do have another table edge. So,
Oh, amazing. So we're back up to 4.
yes.
The generosity of
Thank
Twitch.
you.
I really
Thank you, Ella.
appreciate.
I love you all.
big hearts from all of us here, of course. So Wraith, it is your turn.
Wow. Okay. Are there any baddies that are not currently engaged?
No, not that you see.
Okay. Because what I'm seeing, with everybody surrounding or my friends nearby are engaged in melee combat to some extent, I'm risking shooting them, possibly, right? Except for maybe this one individual.
So, well, he is actively down unconscious as far as you can tell.
Okay.
So actually, that's a good reminder. But what's nice is they take that into account, and when you have friends in melee and you shooting into it, that's just a -2 to represent you waiting for a good time, because again, just about every Shadowrunner is trained for this sort of thing. So yeah, you would just take a -2 to try and hit your opponent, and the only way that you would hit your friend is if you got a glitch or a critical glitch. So it's not impossible, but it is highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Especially for you.
Yes. And even if you glitch and hit Jackie, she will live. Hopefully. She'd burn an edge to live. in this case.
Yes.
All right. Well, then I will take a simple action to, it's simple, right? For the half action, essentially.
Yes. Simple action would let you take aim or fire a single shot.
I will take aim because technically, if it's 2 shots back to back, I should get a penalty on my second shot. Correct? Or has this changed since 3rd edition? Because that's my background's 3rd edition, and every time you would shoot, you'd be building a penalty.
Yes, so it's sort of true. For single shots, if you're taking a simple single shot, those don't compound. However, if you are taking even a simple action, but still doing a 3-round burst, that can accumulate. The same thing with a 6-round or 10-round burst fire.
Okay. Then I will shoot center mass on the person who is fighting with Jackie.
Okay. Is that a called shot?
No, it's not. So basically, I'm just shooting them. I understand armor and other things may apply.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So not spending any edge this time.
Okay.
And so will I get the +1 from that aim then?
Yes, if you take your take aim action before, you do get that +1 to your pool and +1 to your limit.
All right. Is there and then the dodge you'll take care of on the other character, correct? Can they dodge this?
Yeah, they do. Good question.
Because I mean, I don't know if they're with their back to me or whatever else. If they've changed, there's so many rules. I mean, there's so many editions of Shadowrun. Like Shadowrun 3rd edition, shooting them in the back, there was all kinds of penalties, like for the person you're shooting. So, yeah, tactical games. This is the fun of it.
Yeah.
But we can have fun with it too.
Yep.
Yes.
So how about I just roll with that +1 for that aim, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, and then we'll take a note. I will take a note.
All right,
Okay,
so
4
that
successes.
is 4 successes for me on my shot with that sniper.
All right, and power is that? Okay, so that was 4 successes from Wraith. Then a +3 for this guy, thanks to full defense. I also like to think that full defense, in certain situations, such as this, where I will talk more about the fiddly bits later. For now, he will get his +3.
Nope.
Okay. So as he's bobbing and weaving, trying to kind of make himself a harder target to hit for Jackie, you as well are like, he's moving around a whole lot. He's moving around too much. You take the shot, and it does hit him, but in like one of the back plates that absorbs almost all of it. He turns around, looks for the shot, can't see where it came from.
And that is this just the narrative description? Did his armor actually come into play in this?
So technically, because he got 4 successes, the same as you. It is a grazing shot. So it's a shot that connects, but in such a way that it doesn't hurt, doesn't even require a soak roll. Now, if you had hit him with a chemical round or something that applied an elemental effect, that would still apply.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just a standard shot. I was just curious.
No fair.
So yeah. Okay, and so now we go on to Fairbank.
I'm going to delay my turn until just after Tankard.
All right, so just so we remember, we will put you down there. Now, we won't subtract from you right now, just in case something else happens and you want to take an interrupt action for whatever reason. So you're still treated as having 14 initiative points. It's just when you actually go, you'll be treated as having 11. Okay. So, Jackie, it is your turn then.
Okay. Is Goon, what number is that? 3 or 2? That's 3.
This guy is 3 and this guy is 2.
Yeah. Okay, well, if Goon 3 is turning his back to me, I am just going to brace and two-hand and swing for the fences. Highlander style, you know?
All right. Give me that roll, please.
I don't suppose the aim swing for the fences stance gets me a bonus, does it?
That's a good question. Unless you are specifically trying to do something different, I don't believe so.
No. It's just, like I said, Highlander style. If I take his head, I take his head.
Yeah.
But I'm not specifically calling it.
Yes.
5 successes. So that is my full accuracy.
Okay. Nice. It's sometimes it feels kind of bad when you got so many more limit or accuracy, but
yeah, only
sometimes
one.
yeah. But sometimes it also feels kind of nice, like, ooh, I'm rolling so good the game has to
The game has to nerf me.
yeah. All right, so here comes that dodge. Let me think. Yes. Okay.
No, he's not paying attention to me, so.
Oh, that's right. Because of full defense, he would get his extra +3.
Yeah.
It's weird because 5th edition is more tactical than your usual D&Ds and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like, you kind of have to be careful with how you explain the fluff of something.
Yeah.
So let's see. Okay.
Just because he's not paying attention doesn't mean he's like still not defensive.
Yeah.
But I still probably knock him for a bit of a loop, which is also.
Yeah.
Don't try to find my sniper, kind of situation. If
Pay
I
attention
hurt
to
him,
me.
yeah. If I hurt him, bonus. But his focus should be on me.
Yes. That is. Just trying not to get too distracted. Uh, so
Like-
that was 2 successes on his dodge, giving you 3 net hits. So he is going to be trying to soak 10 physical damage with an armor penetration of -3 technically, but it's seen as -3.
Yeah, because
So-
of the subtraction.
Yes.
Like, hey,
So-
dumbass, your attention's on me.
Yes. And let's see. Okay, so that was
Hey.
4 successes from Goon 3, knocking it down to 6 physical, and he is actively dying now. So, boop. So how does that look, Jackie?
I'll take that.
Um,
Asking Wade to incapacitate, not kill. But otherwise.
That is definitely one of those things that would have had to have been a called shot. So
On the Goon 2 that Wade is on.
oh yes,
Because
I'm
Wade
sorry.
is on a different Goon.
Gotcha. Yes. Then if Wade is pulling back, trying not to do too much damage, that I believe is a -4 to his attack.
Okay. Which
Um,
I'm okay with because, I mean, I can still do non-lethal on my next pass.
Okay. So that is gonna be -4 to Wade. Okay, and Goon 2. Give me that. So that was 1 success from Wade, which makes sense because he's trying to pull back. He's really trying hard to not bite this guy as hard as possible.
The mommy.
He likes the. Oh, okay. But Goon 2 is having a rough day with 0 successes to his dodge roll. So that is
All right.
1 net success for Wade. All right, so that is a -1 armor penetration.
All right.
And since Wade was going out of his way to not do physical damage, that is 5 stun damage.
All right.
So yes, Jackie, as you slice through Goon 3, and just big gouts of blood as he collapses to the ground, unconscious, the pool getting slowly bigger. Oh yeah, so between the start of combat and roughly now, that has been 3 real life seconds.
Nice.
That
This is the anime speed of fighting, not the slow and dramatic that D&D has. I like it.
Yes. Yeah. I will mention that anecdote later. Tankard, it is your turn.
Yep. I'm gonna do. I want Fairbanks to be closest to the rolling door, so I'm gonna do a C turn, like turn into F, and then park where Fairbanks can get out and do what they need to do. Groundcraft. There it is. Drive.
I believe you can rename skill. I might be wrong, but
You can. Yeah.
okay, awesome. Or at the very least, you can put it in your description.
Yeah.
But, so yes,
But drive.
please give me that. It's gonna be a little higher this time because Tokyo drifting your way into a safe, into where you want it is a little harder, especially going full tilt.
It is. I also forgot that I have Gearhead. That's what I was looking up last time. Gearhead
Gotcha.
gives me a +1 die to my drive. So I will add the handling and the +1 from Gearhead, so that should be a dice mod of 4.
God.
Does me clenching my butt help at all?
unless you have a pilot groundcraft skill that you would like to assist Tankard with,
No, I do not.
then unfortunately, all of the butt clenching in the world cannot help Tankard drive better. However, you got exactly as many successes as you needed.
Wonderful.
It's a little spooky because
It's a tight turn.
not just that, but because of the oil slicks from all of the trucks coming in, it's a little more slippery than you were expecting. But as everyone knows, when driving on slick roads, you turn in to the swerve.
Yep.
And you swerve very well and get Fairbank exactly where he, as far as you know, wants to be.
Perfect.
And with every turn you make, the van gets a little more not on the thing. So yeah, Fairbank, since oh wait, actually yes, between then and now, I forgot that I needed to roll a thing in the background that
Oh no.
our good friend Tankard would care about.
Oh no.
This could be bad.
So
Uh-oh.
I'm going to put that guy there, and let me just.
That means we probably have someone wiring in.
Okay. I hope that didn't just roll for everybody to see. What's this? Please tell me this. Yes. Okay. Good. Because this character sheet, I had two versions of it, and one of it was filled out, and one of it wasn't. And I wanted to delete the one that wasn't filled out, so I didn't get confused. And luckily, this is the filled out one. So, yay.
Yay.
All right. So, there you go.
And thank you, Janae Sasquatch, for another table edge.
Nice.
Thank
That's
you.
5. Thank you so much. Oh, this is so nice. This is so.
It is fun.
Thank you so much. So, I will say it like this. Nice. Tankard, as you're turning and turning and turning, you see on your AR HUD a little bloop bloop. Someone is trying to data spike your rigger command console.
Okay.
So this is an act of war. No one is trying to hide right now. Whoever this is, they want your digital blood. All right. Unfortunately, I would say this particular driving maneuver, this little maneuver is going to cost us 50 years, would have taken your entire action, so
Absolutely.
you won't be able to deal with that until
Next
your
quest.
next turn.
Okay.
But for now, Fairbank, I will say, you know what? With a that many successes, Tankard, are you also trying to like fully stop or slow down just enough that Fairbank can tuck and roll out?
Full stop. Because we have to load the crate.
Okay. Then
I might slide a little bit more.
yeah, then I would say realistically you'd stop right about here.
Yep.
But there's no trucks in any of the other loading docks, so that's fine.
And that's perfect for loading in. So
Yes. So Fairbank, it is your turn.
All right. Excellent. So each square is 1 meter, right?
Yes, and actually, if you drag your token, and as soon as you start dragging your token, hit Q, it will actually actively tell you how far you are planning to go.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And then the loading dock for E, the rolled up gate is up, right?
Yes, as well, loading dock E is clearly, like, you can see it even from where you are.
Gotcha. Because I can't see in at this moment
In game?
on the map. Yeah.
Interesting. Even if I do this?
I just see black beyond loading docky.
Oh, yes. No, that is working as intended. Yes. So, yes. You go where you are intending to go, and then I will put you on the other side. The dynamic lighting is a little weird, because you try to minimize the amount of line. So you're coming into the dock from here, right?
Yep, and I am running, so I know that will give me some minuses if I do any skills, but I'm really just looking to get in there and get out.
Okay. So let's see. So that is
So, perfect.
So you are at 7 meters right now, and
Perfect. Out of 12.
okay, and 12 is your running. That's your
Yes.
second number.
Mhm.
Okay, then yes.
What do I see in this warehouse?
So as you run in, you see a lot of your classic boxes, the big racks, people walking around, lifts, and all that. And actually, as you run into the loading dock, though the door is open, it doesn't look like anybody is actively waiting for you. Actually, as you run in, one employee looks at you in a sort of like, eh, and goes back to what they were doing.
They're used to it.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, I hope they're unionized because this is just unacceptable. So do I see anything? I guess this might be like a look around with detail or something. Like, do I see the box that we're looking to get?
Yeah, actually, give me your perception, because this would be an observe in detail simple action.
Gotcha. Perception. Two successes.
All right. As you look around, there are there's about 4 different boxes that look like they might fit the description.
Excellent. And are all these boxes? They're all about the same size, right? They're about bread box size. Or like
Yeah.
how big are the boxes?
Each one is about bread box size if you flip the bread box on its side, so they're taller than they are wide.
And where are they on my map?
I will mark them for you with this color box. One is here, one is right over here, and of course they don't take up this entire space.
Where? Yeah.
One is over here, and just barely out of your periphery, you see all the way over here by these racks past this other terminal is this. Because these terminals are actually like built-in old style, you actually have to touch them with your hands type terminal. Like ancient technology at this point.
Ancient. Okay, so I'm going to let's see.
So you have 5 meters left before you have to start rolling your running to see how far you can go.
So if I use, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now that I'm right up next to it, can I see if it has a label or something on it?
Yes, and with your perception, I would say you do see the label on it. It is very clearly marked Dan and Dan Electronics, ID number 2131C.
2131C, but it is Dan and Dan. Okay, I pick it up.
Okay.
I move 1 over, so that brings me to 12. And then I need to roll to start sprinting, right?
Yes. So you would roll your running, and for every hit you get on your running, you get. I need to double check because you are, two more meters.
Running is running. A
Running is a
skill?
physical skill.
Gotcha.
So
So
if you
I don't think I'm going to do super great on that, but let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. There's running. Oh wow. Would folks be okay if I use a table edge?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to use an edge to try and be a little bit speedier. Um, 0 successes.
Oh no.
You know, I'm doing my best. I'm just doing my best out here.
Oh.
and you were very lucky. You were one number away from not only a glitch, but a critical glitch. So,
But, like, tripping. Yeah.
Yes.
Can I see any label on the one that's diagonal for me? Can I see any label on that one?
With your perception, you can see a label. You can't make out what that
You know.
label says.
Gotcha. Well, I got one Dan and Dan. My strategy is, if it's plausible, we're just gonna take all of it and say sorry later.
Works for me.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
So, I'll say over the comm link, I'm grabbing what I can. Don't know which one. I'm just grabbing it all.
Quality.
Would we know of the package number? I guess that's a question on my turn.
That's fair to ask right now. I would say no, they did not necessarily supply you with the ID number when you left. But of course, since you have a direct line to them, you can send them a message if you want.
What kind of action is texting?
If you are using a DNI, so you are data jack hooked straight into your comlink, it's a free action. If you're not, then that would be, depending on the text, I would say less than 25 words is a simple. More than that, or anything requiring like picture embedding, would be a complex. But again, if you've got that data jack, all of it's a free action.
I don't think I have that data jack, but do I have any action economy left? I think I used it all running around and not
Yes.
sprinting well.
Because once you get into where you have to roll your running, that makes it a complex action, so you have no more simple actions, you only have free actions.
Gotcha. Then that's my turn. I'm just saying shit under my breath.
What is it? The Oscar proud running gif. All right. So now we are back over here.
My best friend.
We are over here with Goon 2, who is let's see. He is going to move away from the melee. He's gonna go over here. How far?
And I don't suppose there are anything like attacks of opportunity.
So there are interrupt actions.
Okay.
If I remember right, it is 5 initiative points. You can roll. It works like an attack of opportunity. You can roll an unarmed attack, or melee attack, and things will happen. With the possibility of stopping him before he can even move. Would you like to try and do that with Wade?
Yes, because he's probably about to shoot at my dog, and I don't want that to happen.
13 minus 5, that makes 8. Okay. So we will have Wade, roll there. Oh, you can. You should actually be able to roll off of his character sheet if you wanted, or I've got it right here.
You know,
Yeah,
let's see. That
under
works for me.
NPCs, Wolfhound.
Yep, I see him. I am going to go ahead and it would be his melee attack. I'm assuming no minuses.
Yes, that is correct. No minuses.
2 successes.
Okay, so that is 2 successes. This guy also has none of those. Let's see. And unfortunately, that is 3 successes from Goon 2. So, understanding, especially after he just got bit by this same dog, he ducks underneath the dog and does sort of a like duck, scoot on his butt, stand up, run, fluff wise. And as he
like this backwards grab ball the entire time.
Oh, the whole distance?
The whole distance. I know what you said, and it makes sense, but I'm still like.
No, I like that better, so that's what's going on. And he is going to do a complex burst fire, so that is going to be 6 rounds. So let's see, that strength. Bill comp 3. So actually, yeah, he takes no minuses to this attack. Boop. Because of his recoil compensation and everything. As well, there's a lot of fluff going on that I can explain later, but yes, right now he...
Sense.
Okay. So, Wade is looking to try and dodge 2 successes with a -5 to his dodge.
Alright. Let's see if I can do this correctly. 2 successes.
Yes. Wow.
So
That is surprising. That's
he's very
heck
nimble.
yeah, go Wade. So yeah, as you see this guy just ba 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 ba, Wade is just able to roll, jump, dodge. 1 round kind of skirts along the side of his face and gives him a nice little shave there, but no blood draw or anything. And Wade is safe.
Yay.
And we just
Thankfully.
got another table edge from Rue, and also a +1 health bonus if there is somebody who needs healing.
Alright. At the moment, I think it's Jackie, but it's just stun damage, so it's not a priority. If that makes sense.
They wanted to save the dog. I can't blame them.
Oh, that is totally fair. I don't think Wade has taken any damage.
Wade has not taken. I think the only one who has actually taken any sort of damage, physical or stun wise, is poor little Jackie because she's a neon target.
But depending on how well this spider does, you might
Yeah.
it might be the best thing for everybody to keep that +1 health very close.
Yeah. Not using it.
Okay. So that is that. So bonk. So unfortunately, that means that is everything Jackie gets to do.
Yep.
So let me just do one thing very quickly. Okay. All right. Wraith, it is your turn.
All right. We've got one more guy technically awake and causing problems for us, so I will be shooting them. I would like to spend one of the table edge, and I'd actually like to ask, because right now I think we're sitting at 6. I would like to spend a couple, if that's okay. I'm gonna ask everybody, including the GM, on that though. Cool.
So, depending on how you do it, right now your edge option is just to pre-roll, and essentially you can only use one edge at a time, but that does count as like you can pre-roll, and then if you're still not happy with that roll after the pre-roll, then you can post edge, as we like to call it. Okay. And that would be all of your edge options for spending edge right now.
All right, then I'll just go ahead and do one pre, and we'll see
Alright.
what happens. Does that give me a +1 bonus on my roll,
Or
or does it already figure that in?
It would already figure that in, and I actually don't believe so.
Alrighty, I'm learning the new rules. That's the way it goes.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Almost certainly we will be oh my goodness. Oh, that's a lot of successes.
Hi, I just rolled 12 successes.
While that is a lot, I will admit that is not the most successes on a single roll I've ever seen. What was it? 23 is the most successes I've seen on a single roll before.
Nice.
Wow.
So, yeah,
was it a troll? Who?
Physical adepts. Physical adepts.
Okay,
if
now
you
it's
ask
making
anybody,
sense,
physical adepts. But wow, 12 successes. That is amazing. And actually, I want to ask, and I want to make sure that this is cool with everybody. How would we feel if our goons also dipped into that table edge every now? Do we feel good, bad? How do we feel?
We should have an option where the audience can give you an edge, a GM edge.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a good point.
We can add that in during the break.
Cool.
At some point, before we come back, is definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Greg. That's a great idea. But okay, so for now, Goon 2 is going to use his last edge to try and not die.
I mean, technically, I still do have a captive. I just wanted this one because he was still conscious.
A captain?
Captive.
The
Captive, yes.
the mage who is currently playing dead on the ground.
Yes, he is so far the only one not actively dying. So let's see. Boop. So, Goon 2 just rolled his dodge. Oh, buddy. Oh,
Only 2
no.
successes. That's,
4?
I think that's
Poor guy.
that's a 10 net hit.
Yeah, that is
Plus 12 for the sniper's damage.
Yes, so that makes 22 physical damage with an armor penetration of -4 that this guy is going to have to try and live.
Try and
oh
survive.
no. Oh jeez. Let me double check something. I want to make sure. Yup. Oh. Okay.
Oh, buddy.
See, I have to feel bad for him because no one else is necessarily supposed to. So let's see. 22 armor penetration -4. Here is the roll. Come on. Oh no. Oh no.
That's
So
another two successes. Or is it glitch
so-
technically?
So
No, it's not
those
good.
2 successes take off of the damage that he is dealing with. So instead of 22, he is now just taking 20 physical damage, which is twice his health and puts him into -6 overflow, so he is unbelievably dead. Technically, no creature in Shadowrun could survive that much damage, including a dragon. But there's a little bit of wonkiness.
Yeah, I mean, just because the dragon didn't survive doesn't mean it's not going to come back to bite you in the butt anyway.
Yeah, as well. Dragons have armor, hardened armor, so they would almost never be taking 20 physical damage.
The dragon rolls over and says, "That was not my final form."
You've defeated my hologram. But yes. All right, so that is Wraith. Tankard, I would say now you are able to deal with what is 2 successes of Data Spike, which is an attack on your Rigger command console.
Yep. And since my Rigger is implant, I want to basically, since Fairbanks just said, "Hey, can I call him?" I'll respond, "Hey, take care of that call. I'll be right back." And go in VR and try to combat it directly and basically throw up a firewall and shut it out.
Okay. Matrix. All right. So, actually right there is, on your Matrix tab in your character sheet, there is actually, all one word, defense roll. So if you will roll that.
On the Matrix. On the Matrix tab?
Yes. That is the tab you have open right now.
That is. Oh, defense roll. Got it.
Yes.
If the table doesn't care, can I spend a table edge?
Go for it.
Because I'm doing it without you. Alright, let's see what we do here. And it's willpower based, right? Yeah.
I believe so.
Boop. Boop. 1 success.
All right. That is 1 success versus that 1. So the spider got 1 net hit. And here after this, the spider, you'll all be able to see the spider. But let's see. Okay, so that is 1 net hit from a data spike. So I believe now you roll your resistance, which is the button to the left of defense roll.
It is.
Are you using another edge?
No.
Okay.
I've already used the 1, so. Brutal.
All right.
0.
Okay, so luckily that's not too much. It's the Matrix equivalent of someone giving you a nice love tap right across the side of the face. As you dip into VR and you see the persona of this spider, it's right as you're perceiving cyberspace, and as it's all kind of coming into view, you see the data spike. It's a little boring. It's just a simple sort of javelin being hurled at you, and in the Matrix you feel it hit your chest.
Okay.
And that is 1 Matrix damage.
Okay.
And that is actually where you put your Matrix damage is right above your resistance roll on the Matrix tab.
Got it.
Okay, so now it is your turn, Tanker.
Okay. I would like to attack it back to make sure it goes away.
Okay. This persona, I will also explain a little bit more. Looks like your typical corporate. It's got an R and R in red letters right on the left pocket. And it looks like your typical security guard, except instead of flesh, where you would see the face and stuff, it's just an untextured wireframe.
Okay. But it says R&R, an identifying mark.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll fight it back to try to shut it down. Is that electronic warfare?
So actually,
Or
this,
since I'm in Matrix?
let me see. This is a Matrix action. So, since you're trying to hit back, we'll explain a little bit more. So you have basically basically you have one option for Matrix combat, and that is a data spike of your own.
Yeah.
So that is, let me see. All of these are in the core rulebook, starting on page 238. The easy to see list is on page 244, and I'll make sure that you get that here soon. But for data spike, we need your cyber combat plus logic, limited by your attack. The attack of your cyber deck, which would be back on your Matrix tab. So actually, let me jump over there real quick. And
Decorate equipment.
it would actually be back in your Matrix tab.
Okay.
And then on the bottom of that tab, you'll see Matrix actions. Now, currently there's nothing in there, but let me throw data spike in here for you.
Here we go.
Let's see. Cyber combat plus logic. Logic, skill, cyber combat. So that should be all set in.
Set.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Yes, please.
All right. Situational modifiers. I don't have any. And I got net 2.
All right. So what does your data spike look like as you throw it out at him?
So, since I have my avatar as like basically a Sailor Moon character, I would probably like pull a cat out of a bag. I forget the cat's name, and throw the cat at him.
Luna. You throw Luna as a data
That's
spike.
right. It would be Luna. Luna would be my data spike.
Amazing. All right, and
I
so
approve.
as you throw it at him, that tuition, no situational modifiers for him either. Wow. All right. So that's 2 successes to defend from our spider. So as you hurl the data spike out, Luna hits him in the face, and in her zeal to claw at his face, actually shoots up and then dissipates into digital noise.
I love it.
His persona doesn't seem to be disrupted at all, and that's your visual cue of the data spike was resisted, it didn't take.
Yeah. Perfect.
Right. And let me see. I believe data spike is a complex action, so unfortunately that would have been all you could do on the Matrix.
That's fair.
All right. And now, Fairbank, it is your turn.
Alright, so I'm not gonna try sprinting this time. I think we all learned some things last time around.
So actually, movement carries over in combat passes, so you are still right now running. So if you want to move
Gotcha.
any more, you have to do another running.
Do I get another 12 meters of movement this pass, or did I already use it?
You already used it.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I'm going to, so if I'm going to move anymore, I would need to try to sprint again.
Yes. So you would roll your running. Net hits is meters plus 2.
First, I'm going to get out my comm thing, and I'm going to shoot off a text to Dan and Dan.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep it short to keep it a simple action. And I'm going to say, what is item ID ASAP? Frog emoji.
Okay. Yeah. You send that out, and you won't get a response before the end of this combat pass. So, is there anything else? You do still have another simple action, if you would like. Once again, those are in Combat a Guide, the handout.
Yeah, let me pull that up. So I think were we given an idea of how delicate like this thing is going to be protected, right?
Sure. That's essentially what Dan and Dan said. Sure.
So, like, if I gave it an old bowling thingy towards the exit, could I, instead of throwing a weapon, throw the box?
Yeah, we would treat the box as a weapon, and you've not been told that's not a good idea.
So I'm gonna like do like a underhand, like trying to do like a skid slide, so it's waiting by the E loading dock.
Okay, so you would want to try to throw it either here or here.
Yes.
All
This
right,
is going
then.
to end well.
This is
Then-
great. I see no possible downsides.
Then please roll me your throwing weapons
Ooh.
or thrown weapons. That should
no.
also be a physical, I believe. No, it would be under combat skills.
Combat skills. Here we go.
Oh, no.
So it says I have a -1 rating. Is that correct?
Technically, yes. So because
Oh,
you
that's
don't
bad.
have any ranks in it, you are defaulting. So essentially, you've never been taught how to throw something effectively. So you're like, "Wah, let's hope this works." And so you would take a -1 to your dice pool to do that. This is true of all active skills. So whether you're
This-
throwing, running, gymnastics, whatever.
Can I change my mind?
You can absolutely change your mind.
Okay, because that would bring my dice pool to 1, and I don't like them odds. So I'm just gonna keep holding on. Will I get a penalty if I try to sprint again? Or like if I fail to will I get a penalty if I fail to sprint again?
Not if you fail. If you glitch or crit glitch, there may be negative repercussions. But no, if you roll another running and you get 0 successes, no, there's nothing worse than. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. So sprinting is a complex action, and because you've done a
never
simple
mind.
action, you can't.
Never mind. Then I'll use my second simple action to just send another text that just says "Hurry!" Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Burger emoji.
I love it. All right. So actually,
That was my exciting round.
all right.
But effective.
So actually, it occurs to me, now that Goon 2 is down, we are actually out. Well, we're not out of combat yet, because there is still the spider. But for everybody in Meat Space, you are effectively out of combat. And
Alright.
that would have been the next pass anyway. So, I'm going to ask everybody for initiative again, but Tankard, I want your Matrix initiative. And once we get that rolled, we'll go to the break, if that sounds good. Hey,
Yes.
now...
I'm sorry, I'm gonna re-roll mine. It is incorrect. Turn off that edge.
Yes, that
Try
is
that
fair.
one more time. That's more like it. Okay.
All right.
I think that's the highest initiative I've rolled so far.
It's like it's genuinely a pretty healthy initiative. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Matrix. Boop. Of course, I forgot to. Even I sometimes forget to hit. Click the guy to put the thing in. All right. So when we come back, it will be Tankard first, but.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Well, we will be back in 10 minutes. See y'all soon.
See you
Awesome.
soon.
And we are back.
Hello! For those who are just now returning, our heroes have just taken out the opposition that was 100% not supposed to be here, quote unquote. And currently are in the middle of trying to figure out which package they need, which one they want. As well as defending on the digital front. As such, Tankard, it is your turn.
So I've already been attacked, and I attempted to retaliate, but it kind of slid off them. What I would like to do then is I'll use the brute force, which is cyber attack. It's cyber combat and logic, and I believe it's a complex action. Yeah.
Yes.
And I just want to shut them down. Visually, in the Matrix, I'd pull out like a big wiffle ball bat, like oversized comic, like Freakazoid, and just hit him with it.
All right. So give me that roll, please.
Okay, and I am hot, so I am going to add the 2 modifier to the roll.
Oh, actually, there's a little button for hot sim, so I'll just
Is
click
there?
that for you?
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, this character sheet is really neat and it really helps. And this is why I was like, if I can't use Roll20, I don't know that I can run Shadowrun.
Well, with running hot, I was able to get 4 successes.
That is
It's a good hit.
that's a good dice pool too. Okay, so this guy, I almost rolled his meat space defense, which is not what he wants. And so now he is gonna roll his defense roll, which need to check. Okay, willpower. Click. Okay. Nice. So that is 3 successes from the spider. As you hit the ball, it hits him right in the chest, and you could see the persona just kind of glitch out a little bit for a second. You now have 1 mark on this spider, and let me see. You may also inflict 1 additional damage of matrix damage on your target.
Okay.
Or you can ask for 1 piece of information about this.
Not curious about information right now. I just want to inflict damage and shut them down.
All right,
I already have the R&R, which I'm curious about.
Yes, I love it. All right, just making sure that everything is the way I think it needs to be. Okay, so all right, so hilarious. Brute force does not do damage on its own. because it gives you that mark, which the maximum amount of marks you can have is 3, and when you have 3 marks on something, you're basically the owner. Its marks are very nice. So yeah, what does your mark look like that is now right here on his chest?
So it's going to be like a good old German beer stein, foaming with bubbles.
Does it have a crescent moon on the side of the tank?
It does now.
Yes! Oh, I love it. Woo! What's especially funny is Sailor Moon and its several recent reboots are a thing in Shadowrun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that. Yep.
But yeah.
I love it.
All right. So that is your turn. I will also mention that having a mark on him will make your data spikes and crash programs more effective.
Even better.
So the last thing I will mention, because this is something everybody would, is that in your drone feed, and because of how high up you are, Wraith, you would know this. There is one last meat space guy getting dropped in by parachute, but it's just one guy, and he looks pretty normal. Like, yeah, it's a regular troll.
Troll.
Armored troll. But it's just one guy. It's Ted from accounting. Probably.
It might be the hacker.
That
would
be
make
amazing.
perfect sense.
Would.
But yeah, so that is the last thing for Tankard. Wraith. I would say you see the parachute coming down. Much more information, I would need a perception.
Well, I do have my telescopic vision, but at this point, I would like to call shot on the strap of his parachute.
Ooh, the strap of his parachute. I will say that is a -6.
That's fair.
Yeah, definitely fair, and I would like to, of course, spend an edge on that.
And actually, let me think real quick about the distance that he's at, because of the way that the map is, and he's coming northerly. So I can't put him on the map just yet. So let me just make sure that how far out he is doesn't impact you. Let's see, for a sniper rifle, he is at medium range, which is a -1 to roll.
Alrighty.
Right. Or I should say an additional. Okay, that's still pretty... Still great. That's so good.
And on that,
I love it.
Yeah, and on that strap. So I'm not actually trying to hit him. I'm just trying to cut his strap. Only one of them, so he kind of looks like a little ribbon coming down.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Say his strap doesn't even. You know what? Yeah. I will say, he, as far as you could tell, he sees you, and is kind of turning side to side, trying to dodge. He's not super great at it, but he's not bad at it either. So, yes. Okay, so no situational mod. Dodge. Oh my god.
I just...
Wow, he dodged.
He
Yeah,
dodged.
that is
He
5
has the high ground.
successes.
I mean, yeah.
I'm impressed.
So the way-
he got a
frickin'
sudden gust of
troll
wind, and it's just
with a parachute dodged.
So I would say as he's coming in, because you got 5 and he got 5, he's coming in and he sees the glint of your sniper scope and he knows, okay, someone scoped in on me. So he like pulls the cording and the ropes and everything down to try and get himself kind of nestled in the ropes. So when you fire, what was a rope quickly becomes his big chest as you hit like right on that big plate on his chest. And as he drops down, you can see the whole assembly drops a solid like foot down as he's coming.
Wonderful.
All right.
We have company.
bring it.
All right. That is your turn, Wraith?
Yeah, that's going to be it. I didn't aim, so that would have been one shot, and then I'll go ahead and, if for my simple action, I'll go ahead and start lowering to the ground.
Okay. Just so you know, you can also make a take aim as a simple action without then firing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think I want to. I think I want to get some maneuverability. I think I want to be down on the ground.
That is a great idea, and I fully support it. Just wanted to let you know all your options. Okay, so that is Ray. And you know what? Because you're willingly dropping, you're only 4 meters up. I would say, yeah, you can, as a simple action, just drop straight down, and no extra rolls needed, and you also don't take any damage. If you were a little higher, I might then want some rolls, but you're in that Goldilocks.
Yay!
Yay.
Just barely, by exactly 1 meter. Fairbank, it is your turn.
All right. Do I have a text back, or do I see like the 3 dots? That means they're like writing.
It is currently the 3 dots. They are writing back.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to move 2 more meters. Oh, ah!
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 1, 2. Okay, what's the code on this second box?
The code on the second box is DR74.
And is this also a Dan and Dan?
Yes, Dan and Dan Electronics, DR74.
DR74? Awesome. I'm gonna use my other hand and pick it up. So I got 1 in each arm.
All right. Now I will say, though these are kind of big, especially for a dwarven character, they're surprisingly light. It doesn't feel like they're empty necessarily, but lighter than you were expecting.
Okay. So then I'm going to... So that was 2. Gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 6. So this is the E gate, right?
Yes. So that is open, despite the fact that you personally can't see it be open.
So that was all. That's 6. So that's my walking limit. So that's me just walking.
Yes.
And I'm going to then simple action, or is it a free simple action? Put both of them down.
I would say that's a free action. If you're like,
Free action.
that's a free action. But if you're like, gently setting them down, I might call that.
I mean, I'm only 3/3, so they don't got far to fall. So I think I just kind of let them go.
All right, that's fair.
And then-
One of them clatters metallically.
My first thought was in a fun way. I don't know what a metallic fun way would be, but gotta.
Well, In a safe for work context, there is no fun way something can metallic clang. Well, I mean, maybe if you were throwing a grenade down.
Was it
Metal dice.
Metal
Yeah,
dice.
Was it package 2131C or was it DR74?
It was DR74.
Metallic. Okay. And then, can I then run an additional 6 meters?
So yes, you're walking, you can go with no penalties. Running, you go with a -2 to everything you do, and a -2 to anyone trying to shoot or hit you.
Gotcha.
After you're running, that is when you are sprinting, and you roll the running skill. It's a little, like everything, it's a little weird, so from here on out, we'll call the running skill the sprinting skill, because that makes more sense.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to, until I hear back from Dan and Dan, I'm going to spend 6 more movement and run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as I arrive right up next to this box, is it a Dan and Dan box?
It is also a Dan and Dan box.
What is it? What is its ID number?
It is JR41.
JR41. Okay, cool. If I'm able to, I pick it up. Otherwise, I can wait for the next pass.
Yeah, no, you'd be able to pick it up. But yeah, I would say that would be the last thing you'd be able to do.
Yep, I pick it up.
All right.
That's my turn.
Jackie, I would say
Yeah.
you are also at this point aware of your new best friend airdropping in.
Don't suppose. What is my range on my pistol? It's an Ares Lightfire SS.
So.
Oh, that's a firing mode.
Ares Lightfire.
Sunfire.
What skill does it use?
It is, I believe, pistols.
Okay. Then I believe that is probably a heavy pistol. Jackie strikes me as a heavy pistol type.
Yeah, it's her holdout, essentially. But
Okay. But it is not a holdout pistol, because that is an actual type of
Yeah.
pistol.
yeah,
Okay.
it's what she uses as her holdout because she's smart enough to know that she can't do everything with a sword. So
That's fair. Okay. So... Yes.
is he close enough for me to, get a shot off of, even if it's just a warning shot?
Where he is at right now would be at extreme range, so that is a minus. But you are still able to try and hit him if you want with that -6.
Can I see where he's about to land? Because I take the aim, then I'm like, not gonna be able to hit that. I'm not Wraith.
It definitely looks like he is pretty soon about to land on the roof of the warehouse. That's the word. I'm a writer.
I can't get up there. It's 20 freaking meters. Is there a staircase up nearby?
As far as you know, no. Presumably there's got to be one somewhere, but again, as far as you know, as far as you've seen so far, no.
I have climbing gear. I'm gonna pull it out and haul my ass up.
All right, you were gonna try and climb up the side of the building.
Mm-hmm. Is
Okey-doke.
Wraith's grappling wire still hooked up?
Yes. Getting the visual confirmation from Wraith. Yes.
All right.
So
if I can
you-
use that, I'm gonna use that to assist.
Okay, so that would be at minimum a distance of 11 meters to get to that grappling hook line.
Okay, I'd have to probably run that.
You're pretty fast, so I actually genuinely am not sure if
Yeah.
11 meters in one pass is
Oh. I have a total of 10 walking speed, so that would go into actual running movement, but not the
Okay.
sprinting skill.
Okay, so that would just be a -2 to everything you do.
Yeah.
If that sounds agreeable to you, then yes,
That's-
you would absolutely be able to use that grapple hook line. And I would just need your gymnastics.
Alright, I don't suppose parkour would apply to it, huh?
Actually, yes, because it applied with Wraith.
Alright.
There are little places, little ledges, things that probably you couldn't be able to use as a foothold more than once, but because Wraith didn't go too high up, most of those are still intact.
Okay. And I am going to spend a point of my edge, unless we have more than, 4 table. I don't know where we're at on the table edge.
I believe we're at 3 table edge.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna save the table edge because I have enough personal edge to use one.
Okay.
And that is top.
Depending on how you go about this, you may be looking at getting that edge back here soon.
So, and it's, if I'm applying edge, it's the edge roll in the top of the main tab, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I do think I have a wound modifier.
Yes. If you have more than 3 points of wounds, unless you
It's
have
just
some
one.
certain qualities, it's just one. Yeah, you. I don't think you should have a wound modifier. Yeah, no, you should not have a wound modifier.
Okay, so that's just...
And the edge roll will put that in.
Okay, that's 4 successes on the edge roll.
Okay.
Currently.
Your gymnastics with parkour is a dice pool of 6?
No, it's a dice pool of 10.
Okay,
But I have
then could you roll me 4 more dice, please?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. And only 2 of those are successes.
Okay, so that is altogether 6 successes.
Yes. Okay. So actually, I was trying to use an edge to pre-edge.
Pre-edge.
To-
Okay.
So that's what that first roll was. I'm confused because I thought it was going to do what it was doing to.
Yeah, so I think did you actually hit the edge button, or did you see the standard roll, edge roll without wounds,
That's-
with wounds?
That's what I was hitting. Okay. Oh, now I see it.
Yeah, a little farther up and a little more to the right is pre-edge
Okay.
roll button, and then you would have gone to your gymnastics skill and rolled it like
Okay.
that.
So do you want me to go ahead and roll 6 more die to total up, just so I'm not trying to confuse the system?
Let's do this the easy way. Hit the edge button and roll your gymnastics.
Okay. We're
Um,
ignoring what I just rolled.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that 6 is everything is correct, but
Oh,
I want to give you the best opportunities. And plus this will help get your muscles the way we would like them.
I think I liked my pre-roll better without doing it the easy way.
Oh my goodness.
That's only 2 successes. That might actually be a glitch. Maybe. depending on-
luckily no.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah,
There's
you
a lot
were
of red
one.
ones on that.
You were exactly perfect to not get a glitch.
Oof.
But because we were correct with everything before, I am gonna use the earlier roll because, yeah,
Okay.
like this is still the same dice pool and everything, It's just it took less work to get it. But so we will go with the 6 hits.
Yes.
So that is that's horizontally. So that is 6 meters that you go up. So,
Okay.
so as Wraith is coming down, you're going up.
He's landing on the roof. I say as I pass.
Does Wraith respond?
What was that again? Sorry.
Oh, as Jackie's zipping past you going up, while you're going down, our buddy's landing on the roof.
I know. I'll put that out on our wireless, subvocal to everybody. We've got a troll on the roof. Get whatever you're going to get and get out of there. I'm going to go save my bike and grab a few pieces of salvage.
All right. I'm going to ask Wade to follow Wraith at this point.
Okay.
Okay, good. It spent the point of edge for me. Did it? No.
Is Wade going to try and climb with you?
I mean, they do have that kind of Starsky and Hutch relationship, so he may ignore her at this point.
All right. So let's.
Or not Starsky and Hutch. Turner and Hooch. There we are. Maybe both.
Because I'll admit I've not seen Starsky and Hutch, but I have seen Turner and Hooch.
Okay. Have you seen Simon and Simon?
No, I've not actually even heard that name.
How about Miami Vice? Because totally the dog I can see rocking the t-shirt with the jacket, sports jacket over it.
I haven't
I
seen
totally
that
do.
either. There's a lot of required reading for Shadowrun
no,
I haven't
they-
seen, I'll admit.
Oh,
These
no,
are not
these
required at all.
fine.
These are so...
They're cheesy buddy cop, essentially, or buddy detective shows.
The 80s, essentially, is what we're talking.
It was Don Johnson. I just thought of the guy's
It
name.
was
With the
Don
Oh
Johnson.
my god, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So unfortunately, Wade, despite his best efforts, is not able to at all keep up with you. He is a dog.
Yes.
Okay, I would say that would be Jackie.
Mhm.
All together, that was a complex.
Yeah.
So...
But I got more than a quarter up the wall, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, in 4 more meters, you will be halfway up.
Okay.
Mr. Spider. So the spider is going to hit you, Tankard, again with a data spike.
Okay.
Go. For that. Okay.
Not bad. I will defend.
All right. Oh, I should also mention the just in case you want full defense, you can also do that in the Matrix. So that's just your -10 to initiative, and you get something different. Just if you want to know.
No, I'm for right now. I'm okay.
Okay.
And it is. I can't remember. Is it logic or is it willpower as the attribute?
It should be. Let me check.
Matrix defense. I apologize. I should look this up. Hold sound.
Nope.
Domain.
No, you are fine. I should know this. Let's see. Data spike. Intuition. Intuition plus firewall.
Okay. See that.
So that was 2 successes from the spider to hit our man.
Ooh. Okay. I'll go with that.
Nice.
Nice.
4 successes versus their 2.
Okay. So yeah, as they send out another corporate javelin your way, it just shatters to pieces on your I was about to say chest, but in lieu of things that I have been reminded of, maybe not your chest, but more like your stomach.
Yeah, that'll work.
Uh,
I'll do the clothes spin to change, and I'll turn into a Gundam avatar.
Amazing. What's funny is technically that is a simple action, but because it's fluff, and you're not trying to use it to like one up and hide from him, you could just do that as a free action. Wait, is that
Awesome.
free? So actually, Tankard, it is your turn.
Okay, this is our second pass. I've already marked them. I'm gonna data spike them.
Okay.
And I'm hot. I'm gonna go ahead and spin my last edge.
Ooh, your own personal edge?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my own personal edge on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
And then so data spike. Boop. Oh, yeah, no modifiers. Bam. For 5. That's a good
My
hit.
goodness. See, what's also just insane is these, like, 5 hits out of 8 dice. Even edging is like, that's...
It almost was a glitch, but we made it.
And what is nice is even if you had glitched, it doesn't negate your successes,
That's
of
true.
course. It
That's
just
true.
makes your life a little rough. Okay, so that is 2 successes from the spider against your 5 successes. Okay, so let me double check. I think data spike is pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
Your damage is equal to the rating of your attack attribute right now, with 1 additional box per net hit, and 2 for each mark. So it's your whatever your attack attribute is.
Logic. So that is. So it
Looks
was
like a 5.
4.
Wait, you said logic?
Or I'm sorry, logic's 5.
I don't exactly understand.
My logic rating, is that what it is?
No, on your cyber deck, you'll
Oh!
see.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Wrong
You're fine.
page.
Yeah, under Matrix in the top, you'll see those sets of numbers under Cyber Deck. Whatever your attack
4.
4. So the base damage is 4 with that 3 net successes you got. That makes 7. And because you have a mark, that's 2 extra. That means 9 damage this guy is going to have to try and resist. So let's see. No situational modifiers. That is 2 successes.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
You may have just killed this man. Because that is 8 matrix damage, bricking this guy. And so what does it look like as you as you basically do so much damage to kick him off the matrix?
So basically, since I had spun and transformed into a Gundam, I'll basically take a Gundam stance and unload whatever weapons and lasers and nonsense my Gundam has. And then he will, do the typical Voltron of like, he explodes 2 seconds after being riddled with space lasers, and then turn to dust, and the R&R patch will just slowly float down to the floor and fizzle out.
Amazing. Woo! So yeah, as that happens, I am gonna real quick, just behind the scenes, roll a little thing. Well, that's 1 kill for Tankard.
Woo!
All right. Wraith, it is your turn. Brutal.
Okay, first and foremost, I want to get my bike away, but does it look like my bike is somewhat safe for the moment?
Yeah. Again, the fire, for the most part, though it's still raging, it doesn't seem to be consuming any more of this van. And
I
so
forgot it was
if
on fire.
yeah, and so if this much of it is on fire, your bike is probably right about here. So even from where you've been, you can see that the fire is not at all going to touch your bike.
So, talking to the teammate, vocally, Tankard, if I got you one of these guys' comlinks, you think you could shut down maybe the guy's cyberware up on top if he's got any?
It's reversible. Yeah, we could do that.
All right, I'm going to run over and see if there was a mage, therefore he does not have a deck in his head. I will run over and grab his cyber deck and plug it in.
Do you mean comlink?
His comlink. Sorry, different game.
No.
We're not
No,
playing. We're
no,
not
you're
playing.
fine.
We're not playing cyber. Whatever.
Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk. Yeah.
That is fair enough. We've been throwing around the word cyberdeck, so it's totally understandable. Okay, so you are running, grabbing the mage's comlink, and I presume just slotting it right into your own comlink?
Yep. I've got. I just slot it right in. I say you got access.
Okay, I would say all of that was a free action, to be honest. So you've got your 2 simples or 1 complex. If there's anything else you'd like to do,
Checking the mage's pockets, seeing if they've got any certified creds or anything on them.
all right. They do have a standard cred stick with 1,000 new yen on it. As well, they've got a bunch of what would look to you like junk and garbage, but it looks magical. And especially now that you've got a mage with you, it might it might be a good idea to keep it with you.
Yeah, I'll sling my rifle, grab that stuff, and I'll tell you what else I do. That's probably going to be both my actions, right? A simple action to grab the cred stick, and simple action to grab the magic stuff.
I would say to rifle through all of his pockets. That in and of itself is 1 simple, and I just want one last thing that you would find that's of note is a piece of electronic paper. Now, if you want to read the contents of that and like really know what's on it, that would be your 2nd simple. But for right now, just grabbing all that stuff, shoving it in your pockets, that's 1 simple.
Nah, I want to know what's on the paper. That paper is always important.
Okay. Hilariously, it is basically everything Dan and Dan told you, but put in a way that is absolutely not Dan and Dan. Even this one time of meeting them, like, it's nice, it's corporate, it's got an R&R letterhead, but it doesn't expand upon what R&R means. So R&R letterhead, the list of stuff we want. A box. It should be a grocery drone prototype. Should be carrying a carton of milk, and eliminate opposition with extreme prejudice. Talk to HR about payment after. No life insurance.
Wow.
Can I just like, as a soliloquy, I mean, basically I want to say something on the other comlink for that network. Is that possible?
So if I understand you right, you're trying to send like a voice
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk to the troll? That might be a little difficult because you don't know who the troll is exactly on the comlink, and there's a lot of like corporate numbers. This is very obviously someone's daily driver comlink. But yeah, if you want to send something, just everybody in that list, I want to send something to, absolutely.
Fair warning, you all got fucked. You're not working for Dan and Dan. You're not getting paid. I would run.
Oh man, I love that. All right, that is fair. And I will say when your next pass comes, because it will be before that 3 seconds is up, you will get one complex action with this comlink before Wraith in your hands. You can see as soon as you send that, like almost in a blink of an eye, the comlink just in your hand and dies. Nice.
I have 3 more bodies.
I love it. Oh my god. The savagery. Real runner right here. That would be your last simple action. Well spent. So, Fairbank, it is your turn.
Do I get a text back from D&D?
You do, and the code that they send back, I would say it takes about a simple action to read through like all of the stuff that they sent to you, because it's like,
Oh, Jesus.
it's one of those things where it's like it gets broken up into 3 different texts, but you can tell it was one big text. It is a
Lord.
simple action to skim through it and figure out what the ID is. And it was
I do that.
okay. And that ID was the box you just picked up.
So JR41.
Yes, JR41.
Not the metallic one.
Not
Got
the
it.
one you know is metallic.
All right. So the one I have in my hands. So for my, I can't move anymore. I've used up all my movement for this combat round. So I'm gonna text back to Dan and Dan, K, just the letter K, and send it. And then over our comms, I'm gonna say, okay, I think I got the package. I'm heading to the truck now.
Okay. Yeah, you do still have one more simple action. If there's anything else you would like to do, you don't have to.
No, it would just be to bug Dan and Dan more. That's too much power to give me. I'm good.
You take a
Okay.
selfie with the package. I'm joking. Don't actually take a selfie with the package.
Yeah, you're
Put on a
smarter.
filter.
You're, like the dog filter. Oh god, you are smarter than some runners.
Yeah, no, but that's my turn.
All right, Jackie, it is your turn.
Do I have enough movement to climb some more?
So let's see. But I would say at this point you are sprinting.
Okay. So I'd have to make my sprint roll, then my gymnastics roll.
Yeah, so you would roll your sprint roll, and then whatever hits you got from that is basically your limit, your new limit for the gymnastics to go up.
Okay. Where...
Make sure that your edge is not turned on right now.
Edge is turned off. I turned it off automatically.
Okay.
I just have to see where my actual die pool is for sprinting.
It's possible if you didn't put any points in it, then
I
it
probably
might.
did not.
Then it's probably already hidden under physical skills. So you'll have to go to physical skills, hit show all,
Okay.
and then you'll see it.
Right, here it is.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. I will take the chance, because...
I was about to say, no, nothing bad could happen, but I'm not gonna curse you like that.
One
Okay,
success.
nice.
Uh,
Yeah, so then, give me that gymnastics, please.
I am going to add an edge to this one.
Good idea. Are you using your edge or table edge?
My edge.
We still have 3 table edge. Right.
No
Provided-
situation. Oh, I still take the -2 for
For
technically running. Yes.
Yes.
Just want to make sure before I.
Is it 3 or are we at 2 now for the table edge?
We're at
think
3.
it's-
Okay.
Yeah, because everybody who's been using edge has been using their personal edge.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay,
and that's-
that's where I got it wrong then.
5 more meters.
Okay. Nice. 2. So because of your running, that limits it to 2 more meters.
Okay. Even though that already counted the -2 for the modifier.
Right. So the
Okay.
the thing about it is there's
Oh,
not
because it takes off the net successes too. Okay.
yeah, because your 1 running success means you got 2 more meters of distance.
Okay.
Essentially, you're throwing everything into all of the speed, and that's still just 2 more meters.
Hey, I'm almost halfway up. I'll take it.
Yeah, you are.
I'm at 8 meters now.
Yes. All right, and so bonk, and next pass. So Tankard, you your opposition is gone.
Yes.
Excuse me.
So
Uh,
here's the thing. When Wraith says, "Hey, can you trace this back?" I said, "Yeah." I don't believe, book rules wise, I have no marks on anyone on this comp, so I can't really trace it back according to the things unless I'm missing it.
So, funnily enough, because this comlink is on the same host as the guy you were fighting, you do have a mark on this comlink.
Awesome. So yes, I want to. Is Snoop the right action? You would think. Or because I'm trying to find them, I can either trace icon or matrix perception, maybe.
Let me see. I think it would be either Snoop or Trace Icon. So Snoop is what you would want, and from the Snoop, that will give you the next icon once this comlink dies because of it getting bricked by its own people. And you could trace that icon that it talks to for basically your next Matrix victim.
So it's intuition
Yes.
and electronic warfare and
It
is it
is limited
sleaze?
by
It's a
sleaze.
sleaze. And I'm hot.
Yes. Also, you're in full VR. Like that's also.
Yes. So I'll try to snoop.
Okay. Then give me that roll.
Not enough.
Maybe it's enough.
Okay.
This is because right now you are fighting this comlink.
Yeah.
So let's see. Hilarious. So I GM rolled it, and it got 1 success, but it also glitched. So I will say this: you don't succeed in the snoop. It's not there long enough for it to get any more traffic into it. However, I will give you a matrix perception that you can do right now, and with a +2 to the die pool, specifically to search for devices in your physical area. So any device within 100 meters of you that's associated with this host or this device, you'll be able to see better.
So it is computer tuition, which is data processing, and computer. And you said a +2 mod?
Yes.
Two successes.
Okay. With 2 successes, you immediately see not only all of the comm links. So the Matrix is a little weird.
Yeah.
Like, I can say you see all of the comm links over by Wraith, but the only reason you know that those comm links are by Wraith is because you see Wraith's icon and then their icons.
On the map, dead, not moving.
Yeah, but in Matrix space, they could be, like, translating it from Matrix to real space, they could be literally in their hand, or it could be across the parking lot.
Yeah.
It could even be inside the building, for all you know.
Okay.
The only other thing that you would see is one drone up in the sky that's associated with this host, and one other guy who you could reasonably assume is this troll guy that Wraith
Okay.
mentioned.
And I'll relay that information. I'll be like, there's a bird eye in the sky. Obviously, that's what a bird eye would be. As I fumble, I'm just like, all this data. And is there a guy still walking around?
Yeah, the troll.
Yes.
Oh, that's what that is. That's all I got right now.
All right.
And then slowly the process on my next pass would slowly pull out.
Really quick, technically we are over on our time tonight, but we can go ahead and, Asu, how late do you think we're going to end up going past this? If, do you have a certain point?
I think if we kept going, I think this is a good cliffhanger because
Mhm.
we know there's a guy on the roof. We know there's some stuff going on. I think it would be a good time to call it here because I think we've got another like 3 or 4 more hours before this run is done.
I understand, yeah. And I'm having a great
Yeah.
time. I think everybody else is too, definitely.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, the
My cat
last
is too, as you can see.
Aw. The last thing I will ask is initiative from everybody. Tankard, if you are fully going out of VR, dropping back down the safe way into AR,
Yes.
I believe you should be able to do that, but let me...
I would probably do that on my first physical pass. I could see that being if you want to do it that way.
Okay, yeah, because Jack Out will give you dump shock, and
Yeah,
that's
not
not
doing
what
that.
we want. We want... do... Is it control device?
Oh, that's a painful initiative.
Control reboot. File.
Yeah. I think moving out is a complex action. So I will do that my first pass and my first turn. That's the best way I think I could do it.
Okay, and then I will secret roll this guy just to be sneaky. And boop. Okay. Okay. For now, I think that's the perfect place to call it. Thank you all so very much for joining us for the
Yes, thank you.
second episode of Emerald City Nights. As we sort of pull out and we see the rainy bay of Seattle. We drift out in the hopes that no one important is going to die, and no one even more important is going to want the important people.
I mean, we've got Team Rocket we're dealing with, so it's just not the Jesse and James team portion of Team Rocket. It's the actual competent ones, apparently.
Yeah. All right. Well, for Rook and Rasp, I've been Asu.
All right.
Night, y'all.
Hey, and really
Night.
quick before we drop out, I am going to say just for the channel, on Saturday at 2 p.m. we are going to have Everyverse on the channel. Everyverse is by Pardon Us Gaming, and it is a very interesting system, but it's also part of the Independent Game Designer Network. If you don't know what that is, I recommend going to idgnonline.com. It is a amazing group that a bunch of great creators from smaller studios came together, created this idea of helping marginalized people get further in the gaming industry. They basically do a huge scholarship for people to go to Metatopia, which is the gaming conference for game creators. It is right around $2,000 for a weekend, and you go there to hobnob with the people in the industry and learn all the tricks behind the scene. It is a big deal, and so having someone from that network, I always love doing. So please come on back
Nice.
on Saturday, and we will see y'all then.
I hope to be there. Night, y'all.
Night, everybody.
Night.
Thank you.
Have a good
Night.
one.